Put the hip shit on the shelf, cause the way the real rap is being real with self. My eye can see the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. It's time to switch it up, put the hip shit on the shelf, cause the way the real rap is being real with self. My eye can see the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. Money. All you got is money. I know it's like Kanye West says, having money is not everything, not having it is. No, Deuteronomy 8:18 says God gives us the ability to create wealth. No, it's the love of money that's wrong. You don't want money so much, why you get up and go to work? Yeah, you have to do it about one of the things that we I'm just trying to leave a legacy for money. It's not everything, but when you got it, you can do some cool stuff. And your host for Talking Money in the Morning, financial health mentor of the Millionaires, Cortez.
Good morning, and welcome to Talking Money in the Morning Live with your main man, H. Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the working class, where I do my absolute best to bring practical yet proven wealth building strategies to working class men and women all over this great nation of ours. It is truly an honor, privilege, and a pleasure, guys. It's a blessing to come to you guys each and every morning, see the same beautiful faces every morning. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love to share from my heart what I have going on, the things that I'm using to help me have success in the various areas of my life. You know, just pretty much an open book as it relates to my journey to becoming a billionaire. And I'm glad that you guys have decided to come along for the ride. So what I want you guys to do is do me a huge favor. If you're checking this out on YouTube, then grab the link and share that on your favorite social media platform. I don't care where you like to share stuff. If you like to share things on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever, just grab the link and share it for me. And if you have not already subscribed to the channel, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that you get notifications when I set these shows up. Also, I put other videos up on my YouTube channel all the time, so I don't want you to miss any of that stuff. And then on Facebook, guys, do me the same thing. Go ahead and share the stream on your wall so that other people can know that they have an option to get some positive information in their brains this morning. And you can also, when you hit share, you can also choose to invite people specifically. So if you know someone who wants to get their day started, you know somebody who's struggling to get their life turned around and stop putting in junk and start putting in something positive, then this is a good way for them to be able to do that. So share the stream and go and make sure that you're following the stream as well, because you guys get midday motivation. You get the retirement report throughout the day sometimes. So make sure that you are tuned in and following the show. Now, just in case you stumbled upon this show on accident, I'd like to let you know exactly who this show is for. This show is for risers and grinders only. If you're ready to get up, get out, and get something this morning, this show is for you. If you are serious about building the legacy that you always wanted, this show is for you, man. Not to disrespect your parents, because sometimes they only did what they knew and they just didn't know enough. So glad that you're changing that. So this is your show if that is you. If you're the type of person that wants to have more, you're the type of person that's talking about breaking generational curses. If you're the type of person like me says the curse of poverty stops with this family, I do have something to do about it, then this is your show. If you're the type of person that says, you know what, I want to make sure that my children's children can look back one day and say, you know what, I'm glad I was born into this family. I'm glad that I have this last name. If you're the type of person that says, you know what, when I think of the word Buffett, when I think of the word Trump, well, some of you guys may have some other thoughts when you think of the word Trump, but when you think of the word Gates, when you think of the word Winfrey or Oprah, when you think of the words Rothschild, Rockefeller, those names are synonymous with wealth. And if you're thinking to yourself, they're no different than me, I can make my name synonymous with wealth, there's some things that I just got to get in order. If that's you, this is your show. If you're the type of person who yearn to do that, got the desire to do that, but maybe you need some tips, some strategies, a game plan, this is your show. You've tuned into the right place, and I appreciate you, and I thank you for tuning in. On the other hand, who is this show not for? right? This show is not for you if you have a problem with the word money. If you don't like the fact that all I talk about is money, wealth, success, power, fame, all that good stuff, then this is not your show, right? If you have that weird relationship with money where you think money is evil, capitalism is a dirty word, this ain't your show, my friend. Sorry. The person that are sitting back waiting on Donald Trump to fix the economy instead of focusing on your economy, this, my friend, is not your show. What I can tell you, though, is this. When you have that weird relationship with money, you tend to repel money away from you. It's simple, guys. It's simple physics. If I believe wealthy people are jerks, my subconscious mind will never allow me to become something that I despise. That's just how it goes. But most of you haven't been taught that. So you think you can despise wealthy people and then turn around and become wealthy. No, your subconscious mind is saying, get that stuff away from me. That we despise wealthy people. Why would it ever allow you to be wealthy? Now, let me be clear about this. I have no problem whatsoever with you not wanting to be wealthy. I only have a problem with you having a problem with me wanting to be wealthy. If you're content with where you are, don't come over here trying to steal my dream, man. I got things to do. I got greater aspirations, right? And as I tell you each and every morning, if you've never seen a future billionaire before, and that's billion with a B, I want you to take a screenshot because you're looking at one right now. Then hold me to it and watch me work over the next 5 to 10 years. Yes, you can become a billionaire in 5 to 10 years. Yep, I said it right here on this show, Talking Money in the Morning Live with your main man, H. Cortez. So if that's you, then you can tune out, exit stage left, and we won't miss you. I promise, right? But if you do want to start attracting money, prosperity, peace, joy, love, blessing into your life, then stick around because that's what everybody who watches this show, that's what they're doing every day. They're attracting goodness, right? Mercies will follow them all the days of their lives because we're on the right path. We're thinking the right way. We're doing the right actions. So today's show is brought to you by Best Services Unlimited LLC. If you need tax preparation services, then you want to holler at my girl, Yvette Armstrong, over at Best Services LLC. Number over there is 770-829-0082, or you can go to bsullc.us. Best Services Unlimited LLC is the only income tax preparation company in Fayetteville, Georgia, accredited and A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau of Metro Atlanta. The firm specializes in corporate and personal tax returns, as well as new business formation and consulting services. And if you tell her you heard about her from Talking Money in the Morning, tell her your man H. Cortez sent you, and you could qualify for a free 2-day cruise to the Bahamas if you use her services. If you don't want to use her services, but you'd like to get some good information on tax preparation and things of that nature, some tips and strategies, you can check out her book at Amazon.com. It's called Maximizing Your Tax Refund, 35 Surefire Ways to Get More from Your Return. And one of the reasons I love Yvette is because she's dealing with people who will come in, single moms with multiple children, and they're getting $8,000, $10,000, $12,000 tax returns, and she's trying to school and educate them at the same time. Do not go out and blow this money. Do not let that boyfriend that suddenly appeared in your life in the last 2 months come in and figure out how to siphon $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 from you from some crazy cockamamie scheme. Put that money to the side. Pay up your family's insurance for the whole year. Go ahead and put your emergency fund together. Put some away in some sort of investments that's going to grow for you. You need people like that in your life. And sometimes when you go to the big box places, you guys know the name, the Blocks and the Jacksons and all these other Liberties and things. They don't give you that. And especially if you have a home-based business, they're not trying to take the time to really do what they need to do for you so you can maximize your return, because they're trying to get you in and out of there in 45 minutes because they got appointments booked back to back to back to back to back. You talk about filling out a Schedule C with one of them, the first thing they're going to do is try to tell you that your business is a hobby so that they don't have to do it. That's why you need somebody who specializes in doing taxes for home-based business professionals. How do I know Yvette specializes in this? Because Yvette is a home-based business owner herself, right? In addition to running her own tax firm. So Best Services LLC or Best Services Unlimited LLC, or go to bsullc.us. So you guys know what today is. Today is Free Game Fridays. It's all about your questions and answers today. But before we do that, we always like to do a quick recap. And I say quick, but sometimes it takes me 45 minutes to recap the week's show. But get your questions ready. And the way we do Q&A, if you have a business, then I want you to give me your business name so I can give you a business shout out and then ask your question. And then we can try to answer your questions to the best of our ability. There's thousands, tens of dozens of us professionals in the actual chat that can network with you. And if I can't give you the answer, they might be able to. And if I can't give it to you, I can always point you in the right direction to get your own research on. So give me the name of your company and then ask your question. So recapping today's show, starting from yesterday and going back to Monday. Yesterday we did Portrait of a Millionaire, guys. Portrait of a Millionaire Part 2. This is the second time I've done that. And I always get a kick out of doing that because just like when I start learning some of these things about what a real millionaire looks like, I can tell you guys also got a kick out of that stuff because you guys, there were some things that you guys chimed in on that you didn't realize about what a real millionaire looks like. Guys, part of the game played on us is the way Hollywood portrays wealthy people. Or there's some wealthy people who are jerks, or there's some wealthy people that burn and blow through money. Yes, those people are typically your mega millionaires, right? But most of the wealthy 7- and 8-figure folks, you know, making 3 to 5 million, because the average millionaire in the country has a net worth about 3.7 million, right? Most of them, over half of them, don't have wives that work outside of the house. And those who do have wives that work outside of the house, their primary occupation is teaching, right? Which could explain something why teachers sometimes don't care about their job as a teacher, right? Husband said, you got to go do something with yourself. And they say, all right, I'm gonna go be a teacher. And you guys know that most teachers in the country are, you know, white women. And that's why our Black boys tend to have a challenge in the school system the way it's currently set up. So that's just a theory that I've come up when I realized that most of them come from families that they don't need the teaching job. So, and it also speaks to why they don't care if the school system doesn't have a grading system that grades teachers on their performance, right? So that's another topic. Maybe we'll tackle that another day. But some other things that 8% of them are first generation wealthy. That's super powerful because that tells me that in 24 years or less, I can change my situation from where it is right now, right? 24 years or less is a generation is roughly 24 years, right? So I can change my situation, whether I'm strictly impoverished right now, I can do something about that now. And 24 years from now, I'm 42, so that'll make me 66, and I can be extremely wealthy and start passing down a legacy of wealth to my children instead of a legacy of debt and poverty. That's powerful, right? And then think about that age-wise, then the average age is 57.5 years. So that will put me right there at where most millionaires become. Now, I got some other plans that I'm going to do it a little bit faster. But if you are right now flat broke and you're saying, you know what, I want to for my family, you can do it in a single generation and turn this thing completely around for you and your family. So Portrait of a Millionaire. And guys, keep in mind that you can always go to Stitcher.com and download the archived episodes. Now, give your boy a minute, right? It's a new platform. I'm getting used to it. So give me a minute. And I am actually getting all of the archived uploads there. I'm a couple of days behind, and then I haven't started uploading the archives from the very beginning. And I forgot about this, guys. Guess what? Today is our 100th episode. How cool is that? Today is episode 100. Right now, let me clue you in on this. It's episode 100. But we only have 99 episodes, right? It's episode 100, but we only have 99 episodes. How is that? Because the very first episode I didn't stream to Facebook, I streamed to Periscope. And I did not hit the start the broadcast button on YouTube, so I didn't even record it. So that's how green I was 99 episodes ago. So we on our 100th episode, but we only have 99 recordings. So when I say whatever episode we're on, we're always going to be one short because I had that little snafu in the beginning. But guys, it's been a fun ride for me. And as you can see, I'm starting to evolve. I'm getting a little bit better and better. And the goal is the top of the year to go ahead and start recording these things live via Blog Talk Radio so that you can actually call into the show every day with your questions and be a part of the show. So yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. See, I believe I will get some coffee and biscuits and gravy and celebrate with you. Thank you, Clarissa. Yes, 100 episodes, guys. This is so fun. So yesterday was Portrait of a Millionaire. Wednesday we did People Say the Craziest Things. Guys, if you do not understand that the words that come out of your mouth are building the existence that you have right now, then I want to wake you up to that fact. The words that come out of your mouth are bricks to a fortress or castle or palace that you will rule and reign your kingdom from, or those same words are building a prison for you. Choice is yours, my friend. The words that you're speaking every day could be laying brick by brick the foundation, the walls to a palace for which you can seat your throne and run your kingdom from. Or those same words that you're speaking day in, day out could be laying for you brick by brick a prison for you to dwell in and suffer in misery. It's up to you. It's up to you. So again, Ray, give me the name of the song that from India Ari, where she says, the words that come out your mouth, you're the first to hear. So even if you want to speak positivity in your life, but you go around bashing other people all the time, in bashing other people, in talking down to other people, in discouraging other people and snatching other people's dreams, the words that come out of your mouth, you're the first to hear. So I can't say anything to anybody else without first saying it to myself. Get it together. Get it together. Heal your body. Get it to, I'm telling you, that's the jam, man. That's the jam. I can't say anything to anyone else without first saying it to myself. So think carefully before you open your mouth to say anything to or for or about anybody else. Just be careful about that. Right? And then I often talk about when my son played football. My son played football for a guy that I love dearly. In fact, I just interviewed his son as an all-state wide receiver now because of the way his dad coached him here in the state of Missouri. When my son played, he was 7 years old. Now, I'm a Christian. I attend church regularly. I try to live as close to the way Jesus teaches us how to live, Book of Proverbs and that kind of stuff as I can. So when I had my son playing on that team, this coach did a lot of cussing, right? He did a lot of cussing, and people would always look at me side eyes and say, you know, how could you let your son play, you know, with somebody who speaks that kind of language? And my response was always this, because I know the difference between cussing and cursing. See, I know the difference between cussing and cursing. You might not say MFA to your children, but you say, get your dumb self in that back room and sit down. I'd rather you call them a little MFA than tell him to get his dumb self back there and sit down, because that's a curse. There's a difference between cussing and there's a difference between cursing. So be careful when the words come out of your mouth when you're talking to other people, that you don't curse people, because you're actually cursing yourself. And you're cursing future generations, especially if you're like me. I deal with children. And the reason I love dealing with children is because when I speak uplifting words, positivity, and encouragement to other people's kids, I know that I'm sowing a seed, and I know that what goes around comes around. So when I'm outside of my children's presence, guess what's being spoken into their lives when they're away from me? Positive, uplifting, encouraging words. Why? Because that's what I do to other people. That's what I'm doing for other children. So I know when it's going to come back to me in the form that other people are going to be speaking positivity, encouraging, uplifting words into the hearts and minds and souls of my children. So be careful about the words that come out of your mouth, man. They're building your fortress, they're building your palace, your kingdom, or they're building your prison, right? Choice is yours. Choice is yours. A form of brainwashing with negative seed speak. Exactly right. Exactly right. So Tuesday, we did what do you believe? See, belief comes before the words come out of your mouth, right? Belief comes before the words come out of your mouth, right? So we did what do you believe? And we did three things. We did what do the people in your life believe about you? That's important because that dictates how they will treat you, how they will speak to you. And it also dictates whether or not you need to run, Forrest, run, right? What do people believe about you? If people believe negative things about you, then they're going to speak negatively to you and about you. And you don't need that if you're trying to take your life to another level, right? We talked about what do you believe about the people around you? Because it dictates how you behave around them. It dictates how you believe and how you speak to them, right? It dictates. If I didn't believe, uh-oh, one of my lights went out. If I didn't believe, I'm gonna slide down here a little bit. Let's see if I can get in this light a little bit better. If I didn't believe that my children and my wife deserve the world, then I wouldn't be going after it with everything I have. What do you believe about the people around you, the people in your life, the people you say you love and care about so much? What do you believe about them? That will determine how you behave, the things that you will sacrifice for them, the things that you will do, the way you will speak to them, the way you care for them. What do you believe about them? And then the thing that trumps all of those is what do you believe about you? And I believe most of you guys who are tuned in right now know what I believe about me. You guys know I believe that I'm a God under the Most High God, meaning I have the full responsibility of creating my world. I believe that God has given me everything that he's already going to give me. So I don't really have to ask him for anything. All I have to do is give him thanks and praise. He's already given me everything that I'm going to. If he gave me a purpose, then he's already given me everything that he's going to give me, because within that purpose is the provision. He wouldn't give me a purpose, give me a job to do, and then I have to figure out how I'm going to feed myself as I'm doing his job. Right? When Jesus came and walked his mission, did Jesus have to figure out where he's going to stay, where he's going to live, who's going to feed him, how he's going to eat? No. Any of the disciples. So you don't either if you start walking in your purpose. Problem is we're not in our purpose. So now we're chasing a dollar to feed ourselves. But if we were in our purpose, our provision is wrapped up in our purpose. So I believe that I'm a God, I'm the Most High God, and I'm fully responsible for building my world. If my world is upside down, I take responsibility for that. The reason some of you guys can't fix what's going on in your lives is because you're pointing to other people as the cause, and you're not accepting responsibility. The minute you accept full responsibility for everything that is or isn't in your life right now, then you become A1. Then you put yourself in position to actually go get those things, have those things, right? So I believe that about me. What else do I believe about me? I believe I can do all things, right? Because I am the son of the Creator. Right? I believe I can do all things, right? We talked about people say the craziest things. What did God say in the beginning? Let there be light. His words created the entire universe. Your words create your entire universe, right? So I believe I can do all things. Third thing I believe about me is I believe everything the Son touches belongs to me. I believe as the King's kids, everything that the King has created, I am joint heirs. I own everything that he created. Everywhere the sole of my foot treads has been given to me. So when I believe that about me, I'm already a billionaire. My billions are just scattered all around the world. I'm just going to go collect one or two of them and put them in my own possession and pass them down to my children. So what do you believe? What do people around you believe about you? What do you believe about the people around you? And what do you believe about yourself? It's powerful to understand that. And then on Monday, we did explode your brand, right? How to be everywhere that your target market is, right? Now, in order to do that and explode your brand, first, you got to understand what your target market is, right? If you don't know what your target market is, then you have to get that thing figured out. But once you know what your target market is, who your target market is, then you have to get in position so that your message is in front of wherever they like to congregate. My target market loves to be on Facebook. So I'm on Facebook with a live stream every morning so I can get in front of my target audience all the time, right? So explode your brand, how to be everywhere. I also know that my target market downloads podcasts. I also know that my target market loves to do searches on YouTube and Google. So I use YouTube videos and I blog so that when they're doing their Google searches, they can find some of my blog posts that might help them with whatever they're trying to solve. And then in me helping them with whatever they're trying to solve, being a written blog post, they might say, you know what, let me click on this banner over here and see what his credit restoration program is like, right? Return us to our righteous minds. Yeah, we gotta get back there, man. We gotta get back there, right? So exploding your brand is all about getting getting your brand, your message in front of everybody. Because I think branding and marketing is simply this: your brand is your message, who you are in the marketplace, what you want people to know about you, and then your marketing is your ability to get that message in front of your target market all the time. How do you do that and explode your brand to the point that everywhere people turn, they see you, right? Number one, you have to be a ferocious creator of content, right? My girl Ray J creates content like nobody's business, right? She's always online, Facebook Live. She's always got the radio station and the radio show popping. She's always at somebody's event. She's always on the red carpet, just creating content, massive amounts of content. So everywhere I turn, I see Ray J. Right? Everywhere I turn, because that's how you build your brand, right? You have to be everywhere your people are, creating content, getting out, right? This is what one of my goals for 2017 is. I gotta attend a networking event once a week outside of what I do normally. I know I'm at basketball games because that's part of building one of my brands, but I need to start getting out and networking with coaches so I can start getting more intel on the players that I should be following, covering, doing stories on, all that kind of stuff. So I got to start networking more. And when we talk about networking, it's more than who you know. It's more than who you know. Networking is more about who knows you and what they know about you. Who knows you and what they know about you is what networking is all about. So you can know a bunch of people, but if you pick up the phone and call them and they don't know you, they ain't got time for you, man. That makes sense? You can know everybody in your city, but if you pick up the phone and call them and they don't know you, you send them an instant message on Facebook and they don't know you, they're not dealing with you. So it's more about who knows you and what they know about you. Because when somebody knows something about you and somebody is in their sphere of influence asking about a particular service that you provide, they know you provide that service. They say, I know somebody. I know a guy. Oh, you need somebody to speak? Man, you need to get my man H. Cortez, a financial health mentor, on your panel. Oh, you need a branding and marketing coach? You need to go follow H. Cortez, get his program, and you get his branding and marketing training for free. People know that about me. What do people know about you in your brand? Some of you guys got businesses and nobody knows you're in business. Some of you guys have businesses and nobody knows you're in business because somebody told you that don't be putting your stuff out there too much. You're doing too much. You're always putting the same stuff out. Man, think about the latest jingle that got stuck in your head. How many times did you see and hear that? Guys, I have a team of about 200 people that I coach and train and mentor. And even when I coach and train and mentor, and we're doing our private team webinars, and they will tell you, I still introduce myself as it's your main man, H. Cortez, financial health mentor to the working class. I do my best to bring practical proof. This is a private training. Everybody in the training is there because I've already introduced myself to them as the financial health mentor. But even when we do our private trainings, I'm still H. Cortez, financial health mentor to the working class. You have to be constantly telling people who you are, what you do, right? Who you are, what you do, right? Ray could call me right now. It's your man, H. Cortez, financial health mentor. How can I help you, Ray J? What's going on, Ray J? I do my best to bring practical, proven wealth building strategies to working men and women all over. If you're not saying that 1,000,000 times a day, then when you get in front of the right people who need to hear that, then you won't say it. Or if you're saying it every other time you meet somebody, right? You have to spend money on marketing if your goal is to make your business successful. Yes, spend money or time. I wouldn't say just money, Vincent. I would say spend money or time. Spend money and or time, right? Because here's the thing, Vincent. Everything that you can spend money on in marketing to be more efficient with it, you can also do the same thing for free. It's just going to take you more time. So for instance, I put up my Facebook videos, right? Now, I can share those videos all over Facebook, and I have a way that I syndicate my videos to get them out there, but that takes time. Or I can just boost the post and let Facebook do it for me. So I can spend the money if I have it, or I can spend the time if I have it. If I have time and no money, then I spend the time doing what I need to do. If I have money and no time, or if I have money and my time becomes more valuable than the time it takes me to syndicate that stuff, then I spend the money because I don't have the time. But I do a little bit of both. When I have time, I do the free. If I don't have time, then I spend the money. But you're absolutely right. You have to make an investment to get yourself in position. An investment. I know if you guys want to follow somebody really cool, look up Tracy Walker. Tracy Walker. She's a millionaire blogger. She built her business to $1 million with no paid advertising. But what she did do was she blogged every single day for almost 2 years, maybe 3 straight years. So she did it the free way, but she had time. So she had time to learn how to create an effective blog. She had time to learn search engine optimization to get the blog to maximize to optimize the blog so it's easily found. She did research on, she had time to research the type of topics that people were looking to learn more about. She had time to get the courses and the information that she needed to learn what she's teaching in her blog. So she had time and no money. So she used her time, invested her time to create something to use a free platform to become a millionaire via blogging. So it's time and or money. It's not just money. So if you don't have the money, I teach people that you can market on 3 free platforms. And if you have the time, you can take your marketing to a completely different level and build your brand. I use YouTube, which is free, Facebook, which is free, and Weebly websites, which are also free. My blog is on Weebly. I do Facebook Lives every day. I do YouTube videos every day. And so those are the 3 platforms that I'm using every day for free. Now, I do have a little marketing budget. So when I get a video out there that starts getting some good organic traction, then I will take and put a few dollars behind that video to send it out further. So I will do that. I do that. But you can build your brand using those 3 free platforms if you have the time. And when I say time, minimum 1 hour a day, minimum, because it's going to take you 45 minutes to learn the stuff every day. And then in about 15 minutes, you can put a blog post up. In about 15 minutes, you can record a 2 to 3 minute video, get it uploaded to YouTube, get it uploaded to Facebook, and put a good description on that. But you have to start learning different formats and things to make that work. So for instance, the video format that I use is five pieces to every video that I put up. 5 pieces to every video I put up. Every video has an introduction. So I introduce myself. I tell them what I'm going to tell them. Then I tell them. Then I tell them what I told them. And then I give them a call to action. 5 steps, every video I do. Hey, it's your man, H. Cortez, financial health mentor to the working class. Today, we're going to talk about XYZ. So when it comes to XYZ, here's what you need to know. So hopefully you like this video on XYZ and you're going to implement the strategies of XYZ. Here's what I want you to do next. Click on the link below. Comment more info. Send me an inbox. Call my number. Text your name and wealth to this number. And some of you guys won't put a camera in your face, and it's really that simple. Introduce yourself. Tell them what you're going to tell them. Tell them, recap, or tell them what you told them, and then tell them what to do next. Give them a call to action. And if you do that over and over and over and over again, you will get extremely good at that. And the better you get at that, then I can do a powerful value video in about 45 seconds. And you got to remember, 4 seconds of that is my introduction. Another 4 to 8 seconds of that is my call to action. So the content is really, 30 seconds or so. All right. So questions. I'm learning what you're talking about. I'm a stay-at-home dad. I do the majority of the research and taking the classes. Good deal. So that's what I'm talking about, Vincent. You don't have to spend the money, spend the time. And here's what's cool about spending the time, guys. I could pay somebody to syndicate all of my content for me. But guess what? I never learned how to do it. But if I take the time, it's going to force me to learn how to do it because I got to do it myself. Not only do I do it for myself, but now I have a skill set that I can get paid for to do it for others or to teach others. See, one of the ways Tracy was able to blow her blog up, everything that she learned, she then taught it on her blog. And that made her more valuable in the marketplace. That's where I get learn, do, teach from, Tracy Walker. Learn, do, teach, ready, fire, aim. It's another way to say it. You're already ready. You're saying you want to make some money, start doing it. And then you course correct or you aim later. Most of you spend so much time aiming that you never pull the trigger. So you got to flip that around. I'm the most gung-ho person that you'll ever meet. Drives my wife crazy, right? Drives my wife crazy because before I finish saying I'm going to do something, I already start doing it. Before I can get the words out of my mouth good that I'm going to do something, I'm already doing it. Then I research, then I figure out how to do it effectively and efficiently. And the reason I do it that way is because the world is good at encouraging you to talk yourself out of doing stuff. The world is good at encouraging you to talk yourself out of doing stuff. So the longer I sit and mull over an idea, the more negative thinking creeps in and start saying, if you do it, you're not going to have any success. It's not going to work. And then you start saying, well, yeah, that's not a good idea. Yeah, somebody else already doing that. Yeah, they're doing it bad. Yeah. So you got to get out of that. You got to get out of that. All right. So I didn't see any questions. I see a lot of comments, which is good. But if we got questions, then give me your name and your question. I'm going to move this back a little bit. I changed my setup for my show. I'm going to fix it. I didn't get my table tripod for my phone, so my phone is like on the other side of the table. A form of brainwashing negativity. He sings, preaches, teaches. He was awesome. Was an awesome coach. He genuinely loved the kids. Made a great impact on them. You as well. Thank you. Yeah. And so she's talking about Coach Carr Washington. You know, I mean, he cussed a lot. I mean, a lot, right? But he never cursed the kids, right? And one of the things he was famous for saying, and I loved him for this because he understood his kids. He said, Tez, if I was coaching down in the city of St. Louis, see, we live in the suburbs. So he said, if I was coaching down in the city of St. Louis, I would probably be a little bit more like you. I would probably be giving these kids hugs every day because that's what they need there. Out here, these kids are 1 and 2 generations removed from the projects. So now they have a little bit of different mentality. And basically, most of them were soft. So he said, I got to give them a little bit of the hard edge so that when they go and we go and compete against those kids who are literally fighting for their lives, they stand a chance. See, the kids out here got 2-parent households. Kids down there don't know their mama or their daddy. Living with grandma, auntie, friend. So he said down there, if I was coaching a team down there, Cortez, I would be giving those kids a hug every day, telling them I love them every day. I would be a different coach. But out here, these kids are basically sheltered. They are basically, you know, 2-parent households. That's a good thing, but you know, you don't need that edge, so therefore you don't develop that edge. So that's where he came from. So I love my brother, man. I was hanging out with his son last night, man, and it was just fun to see him because we started coaching when those kids were 7 years old. His son is a sophomore in high school now, all-state wide receiver. Division I offers coming in from everywhere for football and basketball. Well, not Division I offers from basketball. I think they're going to come this year. Division I offers from football coming from everywhere. All right. Returns to our righteous mind. So I'm a motivational comedian, Miss Woody, CEO and founder of Midwest Show Me Funny Entertainment, the comedy movement, and the End Homeless Mission. So that is Marshall Woodland, also known as Miss Woody. She's a motivational comedian. Good deal, Miss Woody. Let's see if you have a question in here. If I read more. So my main focus is my creative idea to help fix the homeless problems through laughter. Connect with me if you like, and let's see how we can build wealth together and pay it forward. So she's giving her direct phone number. If you know comedians or you want to connect. See, I'm sitting on an advisory board with Miss Woody because she has an awesome plan to help rid all of these communities of homelessness. But they say if you can pull off whatever you're trying to pull off on your own, your vision isn't big enough. If you can do what you're trying to do on your own, you're not thinking big enough. And she has a big plan to end homelessness nationally, right? So we're looking for people who want to sit on the advisory board, people who want to help cultivate and bring this plan to life. So you can give Ms. Woody a call at 314-243-6034. 314-243-6034. You don't have to be a comedian to do that. Cortez, let me know when you are available to meet so we can organize the event I talked to you about. Yep, we'll do, Miss Woody. You have to get out in front of the people. Real FaceTime. Yes, not FaceTime, the iPhone app. Real FaceTime. See, this is virtual FaceTime, what we're doing here. We want real FaceTime, and that's what I'm going to be doing. 2017, Ray, I'm going to be everywhere you are. Hold me to it, right? You have to spend money. So we talked about that, Vincent. You can spend money or spend time, all right? It's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. Yep, I live by that. I'm learning what you're talking about. Good, Vincent. We talked about that. Discussions with Dallas, live with Ray J radio show, and Around Town with Dallas and Ray J. Host and executive producer. Does LinkedIn have a video platform, and are you on there? LinkedIn, I am on LinkedIn. H. Cortez Thornton, I think I am on LinkedIn as my profile. You can probably search Financial Health Mentor because I put that as my occupation. But I don't know if they have a platform, a video platform. Most of these social media sites have a platform link for video. I don't think LinkedIn does, but you can share any videos within LinkedIn, because I share my YouTube videos via LinkedIn all the time. So yeah, you can do that. And guys, if you are got something that you want to promote, and you got your stuff together, and you're ready to be marketed and start getting out there. Even Vincent, if your wife wants to be a guest on Ray J's show, she has good reach, $25, and you can sit in for 30 minutes, $50, and you could actually be interviewed on the show for an entire hour, promote, pump up your brand. Then she takes and syndicates that stuff on different platforms like I do my show. So it's a good cost-effective way to get interviewed, because when you want to start building your media package to say, yes, I was interviewed on Discussions with Dallas, live with Ray J. I was interviewed on this platform. I was interviewed on Financial Health Mentors, Talking Money in the Morning. So all of that stuff works. So it's an inexpensive way to get yourself in front of different audiences. Also, it's an inexpensive way to start learning how to conduct interviews. I did an interview on a radio show. Just to give you an example, I did an interview on Pastor Trice's radio show. He's a pastor at Covenant for Life. And would you believe it or not, I've been at this for a while. Believe it or not, I ended that whole show and I didn't give a single piece of contact information for myself. Not a website, not a phone number, not a fan page, not a YouTube, nothing. I did a whole 30-minute show, and he asked me twice at the end, got anything else? What are your parting words? And I didn't say anything. I forgot. I mean, I just kept talking about the topic, but I didn't give him my website. I didn't give him my phone number, nothing, man. So you have to get practice at doing interviews and how to, sometimes they don't give you that many opportunities. So you got to see when is the right time to seamlessly slide in your contact information in case they never ask you. So all of that stuff. So get with Ray J, man, 25, 50 bucks, and it's nothing. What do you suggest to build a strong email list? Value, 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 bro. Value, value, value. If you're doing email marketing, and give me the name of your wife's book, bro. If you're doing email marketing, then you have to give value to build a list, right? You need what's called what do they call it? There's a technical term for it. A lead magnet. What are you using as a lead magnet? A lead magnet, right? So what that means is anytime you go, so if you go in, so I'll give you an example of how I'm building my list. Go over to financialhealthmentor.com. Now, some of you guys will use the name of your website to go strictly to your website. The name of my website goes to a capture page. So go to financialhealthmentor.com. You're going to see that it's a video of me talking about what I have to offer. And if you want to learn more, you have to give me your name and email address to learn more about how I can help you build wealth from scratch. So that's my lead magnet, right? I'm giving people value, value, value. You know, sometimes I've got a great PDF from my girl, Yvette Armstrong from Best Services Unlimited LLC. And it gives you an outline of the things that you need to do to properly pay your children in your business so that you're covered from the IRS standpoint and you can get those tax deductions. That's a PDF document that has a tremendous amount of value. So I can do a short video like this. Hey, it's your man, H. Cortez, financial health mentor to the working class. I want to come to you today and talk to you about how you can properly pay your children to work in your business so you can get the benefits. They don't have to pay taxes. and you get the tax write-off. But there's some things that you need to do and have in place in order to make that happen so that the IRS is satisfied, so you satisfy your compliance obligations. If you want to learn how to do that, click on the link below. I have a wonderful PDF from Best Services Unlimited LLC and walks you through step by step on the things that you need to put in place. Just click the link below and you can download that PDF and learn how to structure your business so you can properly hire your children and give them a wage instead of an allowance. Because remember, allowances are not tax deductible. It's your man, H. Cortez, financial health mentor to the working class, talking about paying your children. Click on the link below to get that document. So that's a video that I would do and offer them an opportunity to get that free document. Where does the link take them? The link takes them to a capture page where they have to put their name and email address in first, and then they get to download that document. So find you a good lead magnet. If it's for your wife's book, then you can actually maybe give an insert from the book, an excerpt for the book, maybe a couple paragraphs, maybe the foreword to the book, maybe something in the middle of the book, a chapter of the book or something like that. Glenda Fashion Crawford's The Adventures of Pumpkin Jackson. Glenda Fashion Crawford has cleverly written an imaginatively creative book jammed with tips to help teens, tweens, and teens develop social skills. Wow. Wow. What are you guys doing for the branding of that, man? That is awesome. She has successfully stepped into the bodies, hearts, minds, and souls of these young people to offer some practical ways to help kids navigate the rocky waters of the tween and teen social scene. Man, that's awesome. Good stuff. Yeah, so there's a lot of lead magnets that you could do or something like that. You can do a report on how proper social conduct helps teens be more successful in school, helps them be more successful in college, helps them be more successful in life. There's a lot of things that you can do with that, man. That's good stuff. Good stuff. I just posted. Okay, good. Vincent, someone to have on my Boss Lady Queen Bee's Ladies Night Show. Call me. Yeah, that's a good place. So again, that's a good platform for her because Ray J does the Ladies Night thing. So man, that's an interesting topic there, man. You can talk forever and spin off all kinds of books from that, all kind of products. Man, you guys are onto something there. You're onto something there. Any more questions? Amazing. Amazon and Barnes and Noble. We have done events already. Yep. Yeah. So that's amazing. So that's good stuff. So you guys are on the right track with that. It's a matter of now just getting that thing in front of tons and tons of people. Are you guys familiar with Lulu platform? Lulu.com. Lulu.com. I published my book to Amazon and Lulu.com. The reason I publish it to Lulu.com is because I can get the books, the printed copies. When I buy my own book, I can get those printed copies a lot cheaper at Lulu.com than I can from Amazon.com. So sometimes I need to have a box of books with me when I go do an event, and I can get them done from Lulu.com a lot cheaper. I think I can get my books, when I buy them myself, I can get them for like $2. So I can sell them in the back of a room of an event for $10 and still profit $8. If they go to Lulu.com and buy it for $10, I'm only going to profit $6. See how that works? And if I went to Amazon.com, yes, that's correct, Ray. Thanks. If I go to Amazon.com, I don't even make that much. So that's a good platform if you want to have them produce mass amounts of your books, and then you can take them to schools and things and have them buy 100 copies from you right there on the spot. Have them buy 30 copies, 40 copies for a classroom. You know, you say you buy 50 copies, I will donate 25 copies. Because you're getting them so cheap. Yes, we keep books on hand. Yep. Good deal. Good deal. So that's the deal. But I just want to know, are you getting them for a really good price? You know, Amazon is expensive when you're going through Create Space to get to buy your own books to sell yourself. Lulu.com had a really good offer for me. And it might have to do with the size of the book as well and what it takes to print the book and all that. But $2 a book, and I can get that book and turn around, and even if I sold it for $5, then I would still make $3 per book. So, and sometimes I do that. If I go speak at a church or something, then I would say, you don't have any money to pay me for a speaking engagement, but if you guys buy 50 books from me for $5 a book, then I'll take the gig, because I'm still going to make $150 on the gig, and my book is getting out there. My book has all the links to all of my other stuff to partner with me and all that good stuff. I said, yeah, we buy them from our publisher at a great rate. Good deal, good deal, good deal. So now it's just a matter of you guys getting out there and getting in front of people all the freaking time, man. That's what it's all about. Again, her introduction should be, I am whatever her name is, author XYZ, right? Right, because every time I either. So my business is in 2 lanes: financial education and youth coaching and training. So everywhere I am, I introduce myself as either Coach Cortez or the financial health mentor. So if I'm in a basketball setting, it's Cortez the coach, man. Solid Foundation Athletic Academy, All Amateur Sports Network, right? I introduce myself and who I am and my brand every time I open my mouth to talk to anybody. What's going on, man? It's H. Cortez, financial health mentor. Hey, it's Cortez the coach, All Amateur Sports Network. How you doing? We bring positive press to about our young people to the world, right? Solid Foundation Athletic Academy, train like a pro. But you got to practice saying your brand and saying that stuff all the time. Practice your elevator pitch all the time. You never know who you're going to meet, how they're going to be able to help you. Man, you got to have that stuff ready. I will be attending this year's Power Networking Conference, George Frazier. That stuff is phenomenal, man. And I've just been listening to him via YouTube and things of that nature, so I can imagine what he does live. But he talks about networking. That's where I got, it's more about what people know about you than who you know. That comes from George C. Frazier, Frazier Net, and he does a Power Networking Conference every year. So I'm trying to make sure it doesn't conflict with our events for my primary company. But if it doesn't, then those are things that I got to start doing more of. And I encourage anybody, get out there, meet people, network with people, man. Offer your services. And a good way to network with people is when I go to network with people, I listen more than I talk, so I can find out ways that I can help them, and then I offer them my help for no cost. Also offer them my help for no. Ray, we've had how many meetings, and have you had to pay me for any of my services? Because we're building a relationship where we're both on our way up. So guess what? If Ray J makes it to the top before me, she's going to remember all the help that I were able to give to them. And if I say, hey, can you put me on your platform? Can you give me an interview to help get me in front of your audience? What do you think Ray J is going to say? Nah, I'm this high and mighty now. She's going to say, nah, because of you, the way you helped me, I was able to get here and climb this ladder because of the way you helped. So sure, I will allow you to be on my platform. Sure, I will help you do whatever you need to do to blow you up. I want you up here with me anyway. So yes, I might help you any way I can. That's how networks are built. Sometimes though, we want to network with people who are already up here. And you can't network with somebody up here when you're down here. What you have to say is, how much does it cost for me to get a little bit of your time? You have to come correct. But when you are at the same level as people and you want to build a network, go ahead and exchange services at no cost. Hey, I do this for you, you do this for me, let's get together. We carry each other. That's what we do, right? So any more questions before we get out of here? I've got a lot of work to do. Anxious to get this work this week done, but now my work really begins because I start covering this basketball tournament on Monday. Not 8 games on Monday, man. 8 games. I'm in the gym from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Monday. Right? And this is gonna be mad crazy, but you know, this is a first big event for all amateur sports network. If you guys got a business and you want to promote, you still have time to get one of my sponsorship packages. I'll shoot you some information if you're interested. Just let me know. It's too late to get your name on the banner, obviously, but there's some other packages that you can buy. You can get your get your name scrolling across all the highlight videos that I create. Get your name on the website and all of that good stuff, man. So good deal. Any more questions before we vamp out of here? All righty. All right. If you guys have no more questions, as always, I appreciate everything that you guys do. I will be live. Say yes. We exchange and give away books all the time. Yep. Yep. Got to get out there and be networking. Network with other authors. Network with other people who are in the children's book space, children's education space. Let me know. I'm gonna connect with you, Benson, because we might have to get a dozen or so of your books for Young Biz Kids. You might have to. Young Biz Kids is a nonprofit organization where we teach entrepreneurship to children, and some of the things that we're teaching them through entrepreneurship is social skills, how to be confident, and all that kind of stuff. So that sounds like that book might be good for some of our older participants in Young Biz Kids. So yeah, we'll connect, Benson. We'll connect. Definitely. Sounds like a good deal. So if no more questions, guys, I'm gonna get out of here and start cutting up some videos and getting some more promo stuff out for the network. I appreciate you guys again for tuning in. I'm your man, Ace Cortez, financial health mentor to the working class. Until I talk to you next week, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. Peace out, people.